Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Hello everybody, and welcome to The Worst Writer in the World with...
Howard Long, yay! Hooray! Throw a party for him. Give him some cake. How much cake would you like, Howard? All of the cake. What about
cake.
Rufus? Can't Rufus have any cake?
Cake?
No, he can
Just
eat
a
the
little bit of cake.
napkins.
Oh,
Eat
no,
the
not again.
napkins.
That's all I ever get to eat.
Yes, to eat.
That's all I ever get to eat.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry I can't even speak. And that's kind of my role on this show.
Okay, have some cake.
Oh, cake. Oh, that tastes like napkins.
Yes, that's my famous napkin cake.
Loads of napkins with icing on. Thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting this show and several others by us.
Yeah.
Mostly just by us, no one else, okay? And also thanks to you, the listener, for listening to shows by us and no one else, and definitely not betraying us by listening to other podcasts. But most of all, thank you to the winner of this week's Who Wrote the Plot So Far competition. That's what I'm calling it now.
Yeah, good.
And this week's winner is Ben Shillito.
Hooray!
Hemlock Chase, the house that time forgot. Here, strange oldie-worldy twins, Charles and Emily, wear wigs and reminisce about abusing the mentally unwell. An uncle yells off stage, and a stripper complains about farmers putting coins in her cleavage instead of banknotes in her thong. Here, at the bleeding edge of madness, almost anything is possible, and almost nothing will actually ever happen. This is, of course, your famous half-finished play, The Fall of Hemlock Chase, which is about a family who live in a big house that's half burned down. And you may remember the main characters so far have been Chad and Emily, who are twins of indeterminate age. And Chad is obsessed with London for some reason and likes his sister Emily to tell him about it.
Thinks those nut things in chocolate.
He loves a good nut thing in chocolate stuff, yeah. But what's this? William appears through the ajar double doors. He wears a large riding coat, under which he has a full suit, which has seen better days. He is unshaven, dark and brooding. It feels as if Heathcliff/Rochester have just entered the scene.
Wow.
Charles jumps visibly when he speaks. Conferring with yourself, my little darling. Good grief, William. No, I was just talking out loud. I am of the opinion that this could be construed as one and the same thing. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Do you like my little joke there? Do you like my little joke? Yes, I suppose you're right. I am. I apologise for the lateness of my return. Has someone watered the old one? Yes, Emily, she's quite disturbed by all the spiders. Harmless. Tiny. She cried. Charles, when you become older, you will realise that this is simply something all women do. Charlie, if you see a woman crying, don't help. Don't be trying to comfort her or ask her what's wrong. Just point at her and laugh and go, haha, fucking women always crying. What a weird gender they are with their feelings.
No, I mean, because of equality, you shouldn't ask them what's... You shouldn't, should you?
That's not what equality means, Howard. I've got a little bit of news for you, Howard.
It's very anti-feminist.
That's not what feminism
ask a girl why she's upset.
That's not what feminism is.
It's like intruding, isn't it? Just let her get on with crying.
Yeah, if you don't know her, absolutely. If you go up to a stranger and go, why are you crying? And she's like, I'm not, leave me alone. Yeah. That's intrusive, yeah. But if it's someone you know and they're crying, their gender shouldn't matter. You should ask them what the fuck's wrong. I mean, don't say it like that. Like, what the fuck's wrong? I mean, be nice, just be nice to people. That's all it is. Come on, guys, you can do it. Charles, When you become older, you will realise that this is simply something that all women do. Elizabeth has been crying too. She says her night has been a particularly long one. I should go to her. She's with Emily.
I need to go and explain to her how length works. And the nights can't be particularly long.
They're all the same.
I would suppose it depends whether it's winter or summer or something like that.
It depends how you quantify night and which planet you're on.
Aye.
On some planets, nights last for months or years. Not on the planet. If
you're in that movie with Vin Diesel, the night will last for like 20 years or something like that. Is that where she's been? On a planet with Vin Diesel?
She's been in a movie with Vin Diesel. No. Oh, that's
what's she
relief.
complaining about then? She's had a short night.
What movie has she been in? I don't know. She said that Captain America was there eating babies and they were on a train. Oh, this is worse news. That means she's in Snowpiercer. That's a terrible situation. Do you know which carriage she was in? Apparently she was in the hairdressing carriage. Oh, that's good. That's not such a bad carriage to be in. Yeah. All right, so yeah, it's been a night been particularly long one. Willie says, we should go to her. She's with Emily. They can cry together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crying women.
Yes, that's probably for the best.
They can probably play with their ponies.
And their dolls and their little kitchen sets.
And listen to what the Spice Girls.
Put dresses on and start a wool shop.
Yeah.
Probably starting a wool shop. They're probably starting a wool shop right now. That's what women do. When you leave two women alone, you know they synchronise their wool.
They've probably got lots of patience and they're putting bandages on them.
Oh no, I'm thinking of more qualified women. No, they're wool shop level women, those two.
Yeah.
Yes, that's probably for the best. Creaking ceiling. They look up. William broods. Ooh.
For 10 seconds?
I assume that's the noise he makes when he broods.
No, 10 seconds.
No, brood is he probably starts clucking, doesn't he?
Yeah, having a baby, right? William has a baby, right?
Yeah.
Is that what brood is?
Brood is what hens do when they're like sitting on their eggs waiting for them to fucking hatch or something. No, do you like my egg? Keeping it warm. Do you want to keep my egg warm?
Those words associate then, breed and brood, because like when you breed you have babies and when you brood you sit on babies.
Let's say yes.
Okay.
The time is drawing ever closer. What do you remember, Charles?
But what are we talking about?
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what Charles says. I'm sorry. You're what? You're how old now? You and your sister would have only been 5 years of age at the time, when fire reduced Hemlock Chase to this pitiful state. Maybe we're going to find something out now. Emily and I were both overcome by the cloying smoke, so I'm told. We did not see the blaze, only the aftermath. I remember being of childish thoughts that it looked quite beautiful in the morning as the sun rose over the blackened remains.
Typical childish thoughts there.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely sun coming over that decimated house that I live in.
With my mum in.
Well, there's my mum's skeleton on fire. What a lovely image.
Yeah. Who's that going over to it with the very perfect hair? What's he doing to my mum's skeleton? That's a bit weird. I was around the same age that you are now. I was out with father. We often went out at night, just him and I. And Mr. Grieg.
What?
Oh, he used to go out with Mr. Grieg, and I liked him when I was a kid because he always had his big cards with him. He always had his big cards with him, and he'd always say, what do you think the next one is, Willie? Do you think it's going to be higher or lower? And I'd say higher, and it'd always be lower. And then he wouldn't give me a boat. Fucking never gave me a boat. What a bastard. But he did give me a crib full of crabs one time. That was good.
I loved that crib crab.
Oh, I loved that crib full of crabs.
Sorry, that crab crib.
That crab crib full of crabs. Crib full of crabs. Oh, it was so good. For diamond encrusted crabs they were. That's how I bought this house.
Sometimes he used to make me eat spiders and kill me.
That wasn't my favourite thing, but, you know, you've got to take the rough with the smooth. Mr. Grieg, the head gamesman. Night hunting.
Gamesman, yeah, because he always played that game.
yeah, big guys.
I know.
We had barely been out an hour when we heard cries coming from the direction of the chase, and through the forest, pinpricks of light. We could just make out a flickering glow. I think we all instinctively realised what was happening, and as we charged back...
We all figured out there was a dragon.
As we charged back towards their house, I could barely keep up with Father, but somehow I managed. We returned to Bedlam. The first thing I heard was a voice saying, "Durr, what's he saying, boss?" And then I heard another voice saying, well, the brick.
Well, the brick.
Now, if you don't get that, it means you're not paying enough attention to our other shows. You might want to check out The Adventures of Gret Binchleaf, also available on the British Comedy Guide. Especially Binchleaf Bedlam, which is often maligned. But it's worth checking out. It's got some great moments in it. Like, there's a parrot in it, and there's Mr. Fluck in it, and there's a donkey in it.
And the bricks in it.
And the bricks in it. Most importantly, there's the brick in it.
I think the thing that one of the things I like about the brick is the fact that his name's the Brick.
I mean, that is all there is to it.
But when people refer to him, they don't call him Brick. They call him the Brick.
The brick. Oh yeah, his name is the Brick.
The Brick.
Yeah, no, that's the thing that works. Yeah, if they called him Brick, it wouldn't be funny. Anyway, so we returned to Bedlam. The blaze was huge, horses bolting, servants fleeing from the flames which were threatening to engulf us all. Mm-hmm. The whole of the West Wing was alighted. And the whole of the West Wing had just got off a train. That's what it means, right?
Yeah.
That's what it means. The whole of the West Wing was not on a train.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's quite unusual for the West
cast
Wing.
of the West Wing had just got off a train and come to stay, but they went, oh, it's on fire. They'd probably go back now.
Better board that train again. And the inferno seemed to be spreading so very fast. Father kept asking people, grabbing them and shaking them, screaming, Where is Dorothea?
Okay, right, you told me to say
have you
something
seen Dorothea? No one knew, no one. But then, as if in answer, she was sighted, calling back to our father, through a tiny window in the central turret. He was immediately moving towards the house, but then, suddenly, he stopped. Dead still, a cold, unmoving figure in the midst of this fiery mayhem, his shadow cast by the fire, entrapping me in darkness. He turned and spoke to me. "Forgive me," he said. "Forgive me, my child." And with that, he was gone, charging straight to the heart of the incendiary.
Wow.
The last words he spoke to me. Forgive me, my child."
Which I thought was strange, because I wasn't his child. But
I'd never met him before.
No,
I had no idea who he was.
I was just a deer that he'd caught when he was out hunting. Nay!
Moo!
I mean moo.
I don't know what I'm doing, man.
Well, what sound do deers make? I made that sound.
I made a deer sound.
Deer sound.
Yeah, that's what I did. And he was very convinced by it. Right, so at the moment, William is telling the story of when Chad and Emily's mum and dad died, right? So that he can re-traumatise Chad, who was too young to remember. He's like, "You weren't there when it happened, let me tell you about it in detail."
Yeah.
Alright, so here we go. The days following were a whirlwind of paperwork. Peculiar times. Do you recall anything? I do. Vaguely. Maybe. Yes, I remember being obliged to sign our names a great many times. I only wanted to know where our parents had gone. It was Uncle Josiah, ever present and frightening in his new form. So they keep mentioning how he used to look and how he's changed in some way. So was he either, I'm assuming from what I've read, either he got seriously injured in the fire, or he metamorphosed into like a cockroach.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he grew an extra head.
He became a superhero.
Yeah, he developed superpowers. Yeah, he suddenly had a lot of legs, and he's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I've always had this many legs.
Yeah.
I wasn't bitten by a radioactive leg.
Yes. That's exactly what happened.
That's what happened to LeRoy.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't bitten by a spider.
Yeah.
That's true of Spider-Man. But I was bitten by a radioactive leg.
Yeah, no, he was already a spider-stroke man.
Yeah.
And then he got bit. He was just like a regular half spider, half man.
Spider, half man, just like so many people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he got bitten by that radioactive leg.
And suddenly I had 1 leg, 2 leg, 1,000,000 legs, all the legs. I mean, what are you talking about? I have not got 1,000,000 legs or all the legs. I have just got my normal number of human legs.
Oh, what's that leg bag you've got with you that says all the legs on it?
I
With all
don't
those
know.
legs sticking out.
That is just a brand. It is All the Legs brand bag, and they are fake legs. I am working in a leg film. I am working.
leg film?
I am leg provider. I am the leg provider.
Where'd you get all the legs
on
from?
a leg film.
Where'd you
I
get all the
borrowed
legs
them from my friend Leronnier, but I'm not him. I just know him. I take pictures of him.
I've never seen you in a room with him.
I take pictures of him for the Daily Leg, which is a newspaper which is popular in Leg Town. And so I just, but it's not suspicious. I just happen to see him a lot and take pictures and sell them to J. Jonah Legumson. I don't know. I'm just riffing now. I'm like kind of ran out of ideas about 3 minutes ago. All right, let's get back to the script, shall we? And let's have no more talk about how I might be Leronnier, which I am not, okay? Yeah, so Chad said all that guff. Yeah. And then Willie says, "Yes, Charles, it was indeed. I had blocked that era from my mind, yet in some weeks past the memory came to me. Now, what was it, do you suppose, that we were signing? I understood nothing of their relevance then. I fear I took absolutely no interest. I was head of the family. I should have been strong.
I should have been leg.
But Uncle Josiah insisted on being leg.
Would not let me be the leg.
He was
of
like,
the
no,
family.
I'm the leg of the
Yeah,
family.
you be the head.
I've got so many of them, he said. I've got all of them.
I've got all the legs. You go and sign the papers and be the head. I'll go and walk the dog." He said, "I'm the leg. But no, I have formed a theory. No, Charles. I have formed more than a theory.
2 theories.
I have uncovered deceit. Treachery so foul. Would you like me to fix you a drink?"
Yeah, you know.
Because Chad's all about the drinks.
Fuck yeah.
Willie, as though laughing at some private joke. But you've written this out, so it's, "Oh, aha, aha, ha, 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 ha." A rough, deep laugh, that's what I did. That's what it says after. You know how sometimes you get stage where it says after?
Oh, that's chicken and that's road. What are you doing? I'm just having a little laugh. That's hilarious joke.
I tell you what, that chicken, when I like it when he crosses the road, because
all the things he could have done.
oh, he could have laid an egg.
He could have laid an egg.
He could have laid an egg, right? That's what I was expecting.
Of all the things
I was
he
like,
could have done.
when you said there was this chicken, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, he's probably going to lay an egg, but he's like, no, that is a man.
All the
He's a
things
man chicken.
he could have laid an egg. He could have got his boobs out. He
He
could
could have produced milk.
He could have owned a wool shop.
He
Couldn't he?
could have. He
But
could have become a
didn't.
nurse.
He crossed that road.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
crossed the road.
Oh, what a surprise!
Surprised and I laughed so hard. at
Oh, I
that.
laughed so hard. That's not actually even the punchline of the joke, that's the setup. The punchline that comes after that. I'm not really interested in punchline. When you tell me a chicken crosses the road, I'm done. I'm done. That's enough for me.
You know, I don't want to know why he did it. Certainly not from the likes of you. 'Cause you will not shut up about
No, don't tell me.
fucking death, the afterlife.
For you it'll be a fucking metaphor about life, and I'll be right depressed. Have you seen my pill, my razor blades? So Chad says, would you like me to fix you a drink? And then Willie
Starts laughing.
About
the chicken joke.
That's a good chicken joke at the start. Charles, understandably, does not get what is funny because William hasn't shared the chicken joke with him.
You're laughing about that chicken joke again.
William abruptly stops laughing and is very serious.
Oh, I just realised
No.
it's about suicide.
Oh,
it's not
shit's for the
funny at
dead
all.
chicken. That's fucking dark. Fucking dark joke. Once, why did the chicken cross the road? Because it was fucking dead. That's a fucking shite joke. That's fucking awful. I thought it was a great little story about a chicken not laying an egg, but going against type. And he crossed a road instead of laying an egg or working in a wool shop. But no, it's
by being a man.
But no, it's a joke about a chicken being fucking dead. Jesus Christ, Chaz, why do you tell me these things? What's next?
I'm going off a lollipop.
Waiter, there's a dead fucking corpse in me soup. Don't shoot about it, sir. Everyone will want
Everyone will want one.
Knock, knock. Who's there? A dead fucking chicken.
Yeah. Come in. You can't, you're dead.
That's how a lot of knock-knock jokes don't bother to do that conclusion, do they? And I knock, knock, who's there? Doctor Who. Okay, come in, Doctor.
Come in.
Why do you need It's Doctor Who. Tell him to come in. Or her. Whatever. Come on, but ask Doctor Who to come in.
Of all the knock who's their jokes, that one makes the most sense, doesn't it? Because, when they're there and you can see them knocking at your door, you're not sure because he keeps changing what he looks like.
Right, yeah.
Who's that? Doctor Who. Doctor Who.
Are you sure you're Doctor Who? Because you look like Colin Baker.
Yeah. Do you want a cup of half tea? Doctor Who. All right. Maybe the joke stops because nobody cares what happens once Doctor Who gets into your house. Yeah. Once Doctor Who gets into your house, what's he gonna do? Probably time travel it. Probably take it on an adventure, feed it chips.
Probably,
all those kind of modern Doctor Who things. You're gonna fall in love with your house.
He's not even kiss your house.
Yeah. He's gonna metastasis himself, and he's gonna split into two, and one of him's gonna start fucking your settee.
Living in your house. Living in your house and fucking your settee. Yeah, and that's why if Doctor Who comes around your door, don't let him in or her. It doesn't matter. Just say no.
Unless you want to know how amazing chips are every day for the rest of your life, just don't let him in. Oh, amazing chips!
Fucking hell, chips are amazing.
Not that amazing.
This sofa's fucking amazing. I'm gonna have sex with it.
Actually, chips are kind of amazing. But I don't need Doctor Who to tell me that. That's what I'm saying. I don't need fucking David Tennant
I don't need Doctor Who to tell me what is and isn't amazing.
To force his way into my house, start having a relationship with my settee and telling me how great potatoes are.
I know. For A, my settee's fine on its own, and B, I know how good potatoes are.
I don't want to say that I invented potatoes, but they come from our planet. They're ours.
We have fully embraced potatoes.
Vegans, vegetarians, meat eaters, all equally love potatoes. Fruitarians,
celiacs.
Celiacs. I can't celiacs, but I'd like to.
Wheat intolerant people who don't eat wheat.
Yeah.
They love fucking potatoes because that's their carbohydrate.
They love them dipped in bread.
And the breadcrumbs. Yeah. No one who's allergic to potatoes. Probably someone actually, but no one I know.
Turns out what you're doing with them. You're throwing them at people's heads really hard.
Yeah, I'm allergic to having potatoes thrown at my head really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like my main allergy.
Like little Timmy. He didn't like it. Fucking he's allergic to them.
Like, he's so allergic.
Come out, Timmy, come out.
But Timmy's
Stop throwing the potatoes at me, please, Howard.
No. Come outside, come out. I won't throw a potato at you.
Okay. Stop it, Howard.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it again.
Come on, Timmy's
out,
allergic
Timmy.
to fucking everything. He's allergic to being stabbed. He's allergic to bullets.
That's right.
He's allergic to being punched. It's
Look,
fucking ridiculous.
Look, Timmy, I've not got any potatoes in my hand.
Oh, yeah, no, you haven't. What's that big bat in your hand?
Well, it's not a potato. You can come out now.
Go out, you'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, you're allergic to bats as well. Fuck's sake, Timmy, get it together.
And that's why he
Toughen
grew up to become Batman. That's how it goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's scared by bats when he's younger and
little Timmy Wayne
grows up to be Batman. That would be better. That would be better. That would be a better backstory, wouldn't it? Like the Joker murders
by
his
a bat by
parents
Howard.
in a alleyway, and then and then just beating this kid up with a
Alleyway,
bat.
she played Catwoman, of course.
Yeah, cool. And he grows up, he's like, I'm going to be the Batman now.
And then he's just a man with a bat who stands by his doorway waiting for villains to
Dresses
turn up.
in a baseball outfit.
Yeah. So Chad offered William a drink, but William laughed as if at some private joke, but then stopped suddenly and said, "No, I do not want for you to fix me a drink.
Right.
I do not even want you going anywhere near the drinks cabinet.
Wow.
Unless for the sake of Josiah.
Oh.
You hear me? You understand?" He's got angry.
Yes, sir, of course. Well, I don't do... There is little in the laws of alcohol that interests me.
He's lying, right? He's been nipping it all day.
He is. He's underage. He's an underage drinker. He's saying, no, I'm not touching the alcohol.
Silence. Charles is waiting for some sort of explanation.
Is he?
Play for me. It says play for me, but play for
know
me.
that one.
Play for me.
Play for me.
Play for me.
Foamy, foamy, have a little up, but foamy.
Foamy, foamy. Have a little bath, it's foamy. Foamy, foamy.
Get on your bed, it's foamy. What are you doing? That's not what I meant.
Lord, listen to me. I said play for me.
Oh, I thought you said play foamy.
I did say that, but that's
Foamy.
not... No, don't play for me.
What
All
would
right.
you like me to play for you? Would you play the song Foamy?
It says, play for me.
What?
Play for me, lighten my spirit. And then Chad says, but William, I don't play.
Right.
Which is weird, right? William broods over to the piano. William broods over to the piano.
William lays
dropping
it
eggs as he goes, yeah. William broods over to the piano, lifts that bit.
Yes, baby.
He lifts that bit. You don't know
That
the word.
bit.
You don't know the word lid, Howard.
Nah, but that could be a bit on top as well, couldn't it? It's got several
okay.
Lifty bits on it.
That bit. Okay, so but he lifts
specifically
that
that
bit.
bit.
All right. Plays a scale. We hear the piano is in need of a tuning. He stops quite abruptly, some way through, turns to Charlie, speaks with an intense urgency.
Wow.
You must promise me, if I tell you what I know, I have to tell someone, or I fear I shall become quite mad. You must promise me, you must promise not to tell your sister or Lizzie. That was intense, right? I did that intense.
Yes.
Did some pretty great intensity there, right?
Fantastic intensity.
Go me. It is important. Do you promise? And Chad says,
Yes, I do. I do promise.
Okay, take your pants off. Okay.
Willie, taking...
Yeah.
Willie takes...
Willie taking, yes.
Willie
taking.
Willie takes a deep breath.
Willie's taking a deep breath right now. That's why Willie taking a breath.
Oh, God.
Why is it my mouth that? Why is your penis breathing?
Don't worry about it.
It's
I've
a
got to
living-
tell you a
it's a
different
living
secret.
penis.
That's not the secret I was going to tell you. Why my Willie breathes, okay? Now, listen, here's my secret, okay? I ate all the biscuits yesterday.
Okay.
All right, okay. That's not what we're talking about, okay? All right, so, Josiah always led us to believe that our expected inheritance was used to pay off an ocean of debts that father had left behind from a secret life of gambling and debauchery. Yet in my dream, the past, it seemed to be reaching out.
Right.
What's he talking about his dream for?
I don't know. He's going like, I don't want to believe what Uncle Josiah says. I had this dream which tells the truth.
yeah.
My
that is-
dream told the
It's in
truth.
my dream. He's like,
Spooky
Josiah...
ghost came to me in my dream. He had two heads and he was part fish, part robot.
Yeah.
And he says to me, "Your Uncle Josiah ate all your money."
Josiah wanted us to believe that all the money went to father's debts.
Yes.
But I had a dream about a flying monkey. It's not relevant.
The flying monkey came to me and he said,
He said,
"Do you
"Bacock,
want
bacock."
to know where that money went?"
No, he didn't even mention the
No,
monkey.
he didn't mention
He just went, Bacock, I'm a flying monkey. What do you think about that? I don't see how that's relevant. No, that see what that means.
Means you got
Not
to
really.
Means you got to take your shirt off now.
Oh, God. No, here we go. Yet in my dream, the past, it seemed to me to be reaching out, feeling its way around the darkest recesses of my mind to unlock the hidden truths that lay within.
Right.
These forms we had signed.
Right.
These forms that Josiah had us sign. What were they, Charlie? What were they? Why did we have to do it naked? Why did Josiah make us sign those forms naked? And also the form said it was okay that we were naked and that he should take pictures of us, and then he had the right to do with those pictures what he wanted. Why was that the case, Jazz?
Why was he allowed to punch us after we'd signed those forms, those punching forms?
What's that got to do with anything? Okay, so Dad lost a lot of money, but why the punching forms? What have the punching forms got to do with that, Jazz? I don't know. What were they, Charlie? What were they? Chat, a dawn of realization.
Punching forms?
Were they? That's right. Well done.
That's why I got punched immediately after signing it.
After signing the punching form. Yeah. Now you draw my attention to it, it seems obvious.
I wonder what that sentence, I consent to being punched by Uncle Josiah, meant. I was confused at the time because I was only 2 years old.
I was confused.
And I couldn't read.
And I was being punched at the time, just after signing the punching form. Now it seems quite obvious, and I think you're right. Chad, a dawn of realization.
Wow.
He took our money. Uncle Josiah, he robbed us of our inheritance. Yes, so obviously he did. Look at him, look at Father. Josiah sits and drinks all our money away, even now. In my dream, the debts were not our father's. What am I talking about my fucking dream for? In my dream, Josiah's a bad villain and Father was a good person. But then I woke up and remembered that Father was an evil gambling man and Josiah's not.
And he drew up those punching forms.
Those were Father's punching forms and he used to punch us. In my dream, the debts were not our father's, they were our uncle's, and he duped us young foolish children into giving our fortune to clear those debts and save his sorry neck.
Right.
It is his fault that Hemlock Chase remains in disrepair and was never rebuilt. And even now, when our only hope of evolving beyond this is to put the past firmly behind us and move forward to London, it is him who we spend all our monetary earning on.
Wow.
That's right, we don't spend our money. We spend our monetary earning on him, which is worse because it's more syllables. Supplying him with the finest whiskies and choicest cigars. I almost read that wrong and almost said supplying him with the finest whiskers. But he's not a cat, he doesn't need cat food.
Well, we might be buying him moustaches because he can't grow his own.
Yes,
we did buy him 6 moustaches, and we know how much they cost because Howard bought one for the Man by Cow live show that time.
One after the show when he did cost.
And then it got covered in yogurt, and he put it in the bin.
Well, you're not going to use it again, are you? Who's going to go, oh, which moustache shall I use today? Shall I use the one that is covered in yogurt or the one that's not covered in yogurt? Or no moustache? You're not going to do it, the yogurty one. But he looked so good for those 5 minutes he was wearing it. Oh, it suited him well. Okay. Silence! Charlie is trying to take all this in. He cannot believe what he has heard. He is more upset than angered, closer to tears than rage. But then it just laughs. The first direction is Charlie shakes his head. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Close to tears. That's my close to tears acting.
I mean, not knowing what to say often does result in people saying what.
Because he doesn't know. I don't know. He doesn't know what to say. It's like he's saying he doesn't know which thing to say. I don't know what to say.
Should I say this what or that what?
Exactly. I don't know what to say.
So either doesn't. They're both the same.
Doesn't matter. Shut up. Don't say either what.
No, this what's in green. Or no, this what's in red. Should I say a red one or a green one?
No what.
This one's a hairy one.
Oh, don't say the hairy what.
Don't say a hairy one.
An extra long silence, finally broken by a banging from upstairs. It is Josiah knocking.
Oh.
Well, the little
Emily
girl, Emily's the one who's not here. Take him a drink. But take it. I have the situation in hand.
She's not upstairs, is she? Isn't she in a room with the other girl and they're having a cry or something?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, they're next door crying, and that's where he's banging. He's upstairs banging, saying, "Bring me more whiskey."
The women have gone next door to cry.
Yeah, they've gone to the crying chamber, the crying room.
The crying women room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll go and have cigars and whiskey in the man room.
We'll go and have a good conversation about intrigue.
Why don't you two lovelies go next door and have a cry about something or other?
Yeah, we're not really upset about anything. Go on, it'll make you feel better.
Take my kerchief. Take my kerchief.
Take my kerchief.
You mean your handkerchief?
No, I don't have one of them. I cut the hand off.
Yeah, yes.
It's just called a kerchief.
It used to be a man kerchief, but,
Take my man
but it's for
kerchief.
you, so it's just a kerchief now.
It's just a regular
The
kerchief.
man is staying here, drinking the choicest cigars and
Man
smoking the
kerchief.
finest whiskey, and you're gonna go next door with your kerchiefs.
Brilliant. I bet you can buy a man kerchief because someone was so fucking uptight and fragile they went, I want a handkerchief because I think that's quite a normal male thing to do. I mean, who the fuck has handkerchiefs? But
Han Solo, he's got one.
yeah, but
He
I
uses
feel
it to wipe his Wookiee.
I feel like having a handkerchief isn't necessarily loudly declaring my masculinity enough.
Yeah.
Have you got any mankerchiefs? No, we could write man on one if you like. Oh yes, that would help. That would help me feel better about my pathetic self. We should market that. Some morons would buy it. Just make a mankerchief and write twat on the other side. But you don't advertise that. It's only when they get it. Everyone says, "This says twat on the back." So, William told Chad that Uncle Josiah is actually secretly a bad guy. Right? That guy who just lies around in bed all day and sometimes bangs on the ceiling so you bring him whiskey. He's not the good guy we all thought he was. He's a bad guy, and he's been drinking away their inheritance.
Wow. What, drinking like
Drinking money. Drinking, when Emily had to go up, she took the whiskey for herself. Actually, he wants a glass of £5 notes, please.
blended money?
And yet again, Uncle Josiah's banging on the floor, or the ceiling from our perspective. Uncle Josiah's banging on the ceiling, and so what does he want? He wants a drink. And William says, take him a drink. But take it, I have the situation in hand. What do? I am removing Uncle. What? How? what do you mean? No, actually, forget how. Just what? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
No, he says what?
Shush
how?
now.
And then Willie, even more confusingly, says, all the time.
Wow.
So that conversation was, I have the situation in hand. What do? I am removing Uncle. Mm-hmm. What? How? All the time. Can you start again? Because you don't seem to be saying anything that means anything at all, and I'm really confused.
Are you saying that you can see ghosts? Is that what's happening there?
No.
You said you could do it all the time, right? Is that what you're saying?
No.
All the time you can see ghosts.
What I'm saying is even more confusing than that, because I am removing Uncle all,
do
the
it
time.
all the time.
I'm removing Uncle all the time. Okay, I mean, what could you possibly be confused about there? I am removing Uncle all the time. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen you go up and down the stairs every day and take him out and put him in a van, but he's still there. Yeah, so just doing him a bit at a time.
Absolutely, and I'm doing that all the time, so I'm actually doing it now as well.
Yeah. I've seen you go upstairs and bring down a bit of Uncle, like his knee.
He's very difficult
I
to
took
move.
his knee and put it in the van, and today I'm going to get his other knee, and then I'm going to go and get his hip.
Okay, and then his thighs.
Eventually there'll be nothing left.
Oh, there'll be nothing left. Further banging from Josiah. Tell me, if you're going to kill him, I want to help. I want to know. Tell me how. I just told you I'm taking him a bit of a time. Today's knee day. All right, today is knee number 1 day.
All right, yeah. So I murdered his knee. I'm going to
The rest
murder
of
him.
him's fine.
I'm going to murder his shit. I'm going to murder him bit by bit until he's all dead.
Oh, he's going to be so dead when I'm finished with him. But it's going to take a long time. And I'm going to need to keep siphoning money out of your bank account while I'm doing that. And I'm going to need you to sign this punching contract. Okay? It's just necessary. Don't worry about it. Just sign it. Okay.
What does this mean about getting punched? Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat down to every nighter. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo, worst writer in the world.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World with...
Long. Hey, hooray for him.
with Howard's favourite Howard, Howard Long.
Yeah.
All right. If you've enjoyed this show and others that we make like it, then why not get even more by joining the Secret Gang on Patreon for as little as $2 a month. Join at $2, you could get the companion videos and watch us reading all the rejected plot so fars and being really, really nice about the people who write them and the quality of their writing. You could also get Gret Binchley from The Adventure of the Very Bad Dog, which is a book written by us last year or maybe the year before, who knows. If you go one up and join at $7, you could get Gret Binchley and The Adventure of the Time-Bending Men, now finished. And starting very soon, a whole new Gret Binchley adventure.
Oh my God.
Not to mention all the other things like Man by Cow episodes and all the old extended Worst Writer episodes available
And
to
the
everyone.
drunk fan fiction.
Let's not forget the drunk fan fiction event, because what we did was we got anyone who wanted to, and 30 members of the Patreon Secret Gang joined in to get drunk or similar and write a piece of fan fiction, send it to us, and we read it on videos. And again, we were really, really nice and supportive about their writing.
Very nice and supportive.
We're just really nice people, right? We're just very encouraging.
Yeah.
Right? Really positive people.
Despite the fact that everyone's awful.
They all suck so bad.
Yeah.
So if you want to see us being really nice and supportive and complimentary to people who worked for us and sent us things, then you can. And there's so much more. And you can check it out by going to patreon.com/manbycow or get free stuff by going to manbycow.com/free. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back next week. Bye milk.
Have some milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.